Sh crosset the threshold slowly, as if the house might object to her presence if sh moved too quickly. The door made a sound like as I when it closed behind her, and for a moment sh stood still, fingers tightening around the handle of her small sidecase. This was not the home where sh had grown up, not the courtyard where sh had learned to walk, not the walls that knew her later. Everything here belonged to someone else, to a history sh had only heard about in fragments during hurried conversations before the wedding. The silence felt thick, almost alive. Then sh noticed the dog again, sitting a few steps away. His fur was slightly graying around the muzzle, and one ear bent forward as if permanently curious. He did not bark or rush toward her. He simply watched, eyes calm, assessing. That calm unsettled her at first, then comforted her. Sh lowered her sidecase and met his gaze, feeling oddly seen. In her new family, everyone watched her, how sh paid tea, how sh spoke, how sh covered her head, but their eyes carried expectation. The dog's eyes carried none of that. Sh took a cautious step forward. The dog stood, stretched, and padded closer, sniffing the air around her as if reading a story written in sand and bread. He circled on us, then sat again, close enough that sh could feel his warmth. Her shoulders relaxed without her noticing. Sh reached out, stopped herself, then finally touched his head. He leaned into her hand, accepting the contact like an old habit. Something inside her softened, something sh had been holding tight since the wedding day. As evening settled, the house filled with distant sounds, a radio murmuring in a neighbor's home, metal dishes clinking in another courtyard, the call of birds returning to their nests. Sh moved through the rooms, learning their shapes, opening cupboards, memorizing where things were kept. Each time sh paused, the dog appeared nearby, silent and attentive, as if assigned to guide her through this unfamiliar world. When sh sat on the edge of the bed, exhaustion finally catching up to her, he lay down by the door, positioning himself between her and the dark hallway. Sh thought of her mother then, of how sh used to sit at the foot of the bed when storms frightened her as a child. The memory tightened her throat. Sh pressed her lips together, refusing to cry. The dog lifted his head, sensing the shift, and let out a low, steady breath. It was not comfort in words, but it was enough. In that quiet room, with night deepening outside, sh realized that on her very first day in this house, sh was not entirely alone. Morning arrived softly, carried on the pale light that slipped through the thin curtains and spread across the floor. Sh woke before the call to prayer, confused for a brief moment by the unfamiliar ceiling above her. The house breathed around her, settling and stretching as if waking to her. From the doorway comes the quiet sound of the dog shifting his weight, knees tapping lightly against the stone. Sh turned her head and saw him sitting exactly where he had been the night before, alert but relaxed, as though he had stood guard the entire time. The sight stirred a warmth in her chest that surprised her. Sh rose carefully, not wanting to wake anyone else, and wrapped her shawl around her shoulders. As sh stepped into the courtyard, the cool air brushed her face, carrying the smell of damp earth and smoke from distant kitchens. The dog followed, stopping when sh stopped, moving when sh moved, a silent companion. Sh began to sweep, the broom scratching rhythmically against the ground. With each stroke, sh felt a small sense of order returning to her thoughts. This was something sh knew how to do. This was familiar. When sh paused to rest, the dog came closer and lay at her feet, his body heavy and wrestling. Sh found herself talking to him without thinking, her voice barely louder than the breeze. Sh told him about the nervous tremor in her hands during the wedding, about how strange it felt to be called by a new name, about the fear of making mistakes that would mark her as careless or ungrateful. He listened, head tilted slightly, eyes steady. He did not judge or advise. He simply stayed. As the household slowly came alive, sh learned the rhythm of the day. Sh paid carefully, watching the steam rise, mindful of every movement. The elders spoke, the young honest lied, and through it all sh remained observant, polite, measured. The dog lingered nearby, sometimes under the table, sometimes near the door, always within sight. Whenever her nerves tightened, sh glanced at him and felt grounded again, reminded to breathe. Later, sh stepped outside with a small bowl of leftover bread and vegetables. Sh set it down and watched as the dog approached, not rushing, not demanding. He had calmly, lifting his head between bits to look at her, as if checking that sh was still there. Sh smiled without realizing it. The act felt significant, like an unspoken agreement. Car driven, car returned. In the days that followed, they grew accustomed to each other's presence. Sh learned his habits, how he preferred shade at midi, how he circled toys before lying down, how he became alert at unfamiliar footsteps but never aggressive. He learned her store, the times sh felt quiet and withdrawn, the moments sh hummed while cooking, the way sh paused by the doorway in the evenings, watching the sky change color. They walked together along the narrow paths beyond the house, the village opening each left to her step by step. Children waved, neighbors nodded, the dog walked slightly ahead, confident, as if lending her his belonging. One afternoon, a sudden storm rolled in, heavy clouds swallowing the sky. Thunder cracked sharply, close enough to make her flinch. The power died, plunging the house into shadow. Her heart raced, old childhood fears rising uninvited. Sh lit a lamp with shaking hands and sat down, trying to steady herself. The dog came immediately, placing his head against her knee, his presence firm and grounding. Sh rested her hand on his back and felt the slow rise and fall of his breath. The storm raged outside, but inside, something healed. As the rain softened and the world washed clean, sh realized how much had changed without announcement. The house no longer felt hostile or cold. It felt lived in, shared. Her place within it was still farming, but it was real. Sh looked down at the dog, scratched behind his ears, and felt a quiet certainty take root. This new life would not be mastered in a single moment. It would be built slowly, through patience, small kindnesses, and the steady companionship of those who stayed close without asking anything in return.